Hello, welcome back to your new Transformers toy review. I'm Monocon, and this is Transformers Age of the Primes Vortex. I recently got this figure. The boxing is really nice, by the way. Let's take a look at the boxing. Let me move this a little up. Now, this art is amazing. I really love it. I'm really excited for Bruticus. I don't know if anybody else really excited about Bruticus. Now, here's the crazy thought about Bruticus on my side, I'm a very, very big fan on that Fall of Cybertron Bruticus. I'm willing to take remolds of all the Combaticons, like maybe some remold on the outside and color painting design on these guys for them to be the Fall of Cybertron. Now, it's a dumb idea, but I really want them to go on the Fall of Cybertron Bruticus. If we're getting this Bruticus, they can probably use this as some kind of way to go off to get the original, well, not the original, but the Fall of Cybertron Bruticus, because I love that design. But here's the box. The box looks amazing. You got Vortex right here, Age of Primes. You got some of the Primes here, and then you got Vortex here, and then we have Bruticus here. So that's the box. Take it to the side. And then now we have Vortex. When you get him out of the box, you have this thing, his little helicopter thing. You can take it off, by the way. It comes in like this, so don't be scared if you see it. I got scared at first, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw the box. But it does come off, so yeah. You can put it on. Obviously, you can put it on the side and stuff. Like right here. Like that. So I just want to get that out of the hand, because when I got him, I got scared and I was like freaking out. I was like, no way, it's just one propeller. But then once you open it, it turns into two. So I'm a little dumb. But Vortex is here. I'm excited. Let me start taking out the weapons so we can take a look at the painting on this figure. Now, this looks really, really nice. Let me move this real quick. This looks really nice. This is so nice. Take a look at that. Let me move the lighting right here a little better. Let me look at that Decepticon symbol. Look at that head sculpt. That head sculpt looks amazing. Vortex with that blue, nice blue right here. The gray, the black right here. Turn it around, more gray, and the black here. Oh. More black here, and then gray, and then the blue here. I like how this is silver, like a little silver, because honestly they could have just painted this whole thing all gray. How Hasbro sometimes is, but I'm glad they painted this. Like, the blades are different, and the center of the piece of the blades, I don't know what it's called, but the whole center right here, it's a nice silver metallic, which is pretty cool, and it can still rotate, so that's pretty cool. Now, I think this is really G1 accurate. I can't afford those third-party sellers. So maybe I could, but they're a little expensive sometimes, And but this is pretty good for a deluxe class figure. I really like it. I'm happy with it. So let's take a look at the articulation. Articulation's pretty good, actually. The head is on a ball joint, so he could do the 360. You got the 360, can look almost anywhere he wants. The arms can do the 360. Obviously, I can still do it. You just gotta. I like to just do that, and then he can do the 360. So that way it doesn't get in the way, but it can still do it. But that's fine. It doesn't really bother me. It can go out that much. It can go 360, like I said, and it has that bent on the arm. You can move these to kind of have the arm straight, which is pretty G1 accurate. I think, I don't remember correctly, but I think he has the whole hand like that, which is pretty good. I liked it. It doesn't bother me. You just gotta move this so it can just kind of like move it like that. So it's pretty cool that you can do that. So he has that. Now, he has this little, not weird, but it's kind of interesting. If you want to put guns, which I'll show them in a bit, this piece is like on a hinge. You just got to pull it back, just like that. You just pull it back, And then he has holes right here, and you can plug in the weapons or whatever. And he does get like a little better arm. Like it makes him look like it's not straight out of like the whole thing. Oh my god, thank you. It makes it look like it's not like, it just gives clearance for the weapons to plug in on the side, and then it still looks pretty good, you know, not considering, wow, those are the fireworks. I should have not recorded on 4th of July. Anyways, happy 4th of July, by the way. So that's it for the arms, and they can go out that much, which is pretty decent. For the legs, you do have a waist rotation. It does 360. The legs can go out that much. You have that. So that's pretty good. He can do the split, no problem at all. His legs can go out that front, and then they can go back that much. So it's pretty good. Other than that, you have some bend on the knee. Goes that much. And it doesn't go in the front, but it's still pretty good. And then you have this. So far, we've been having this stuff with vehicle modes, like the jets, so far. So it doesn't really bother me. I kind of like it. It doesn't really bug me at all, you know. I prefer this over the whole sliding legs. Because the sliding legs, I had problems with it where they would just kind of slide down. So this is more secure for me, in my opinion. But other than that, it looks really good. You have this ankle tilted right here, which is really amazing. Overall, this figure is great. You do have some movements here on these little guns. They're mostly for vehicle form, but you can use them as like little cannons if you want, like, you know. I don't know, you know, it's a toy. You can use your imagination. I don't blame you. Now, for weapons, he does have these weapons. I lost one right here. I thought I lost it. Never mind. He has these two guns. They both look the same. And then he has this big one. Now, you can put both of these in here. You know, you can put that in there. Or you can put the big one in there. But like I said before, this little hinge, you can just move it down. Just like that. I recommend to just kind of grab it from this piece. So just with one finger, and then just kind of like pull that up. And then you can just slightly just do it like that. And then you can grab the instructions say to bring the little ones. And you can just put them on the side. There we go. And it looks cool because the gun works kind of like a little, like the plastic on the gun helps separate this whole section here from the actual hand. Like it kind of clears the little gap that you have here that looks weird. So it kind of helps on that gap. So it doesn't look like that nasty, you know, like plain, like, let me show you. There we go. So if you have without the gun, it just looks weird right here, the whole arm, right, how that is. But if you put the gun on, it just kind of blocks all that stuff, and then you can just kind of like, it serves as a block mechanism for the whole thing, but it also covers it. So it looks pretty good, and that's how his guns are supposed to be. And then you can have this one and just kind of like put it on there, and he has this triple, double, triple guns right here, which are pretty cool. I think these are mainly for the helicopter mode, but this one's kind of cool too. So other than that, yeah. And like I said before, you can also take this and just plug it in there just like that. But obviously that's weird, so that's fine. Now let's take these things off. Okay, for transformation on this guy, we're going to start by making sure that the arms are straight here, straight right there, and then everything is good right there. So now, what we're going to do is rotate the head, and then there's this section right here, we're just going to pull that up. So this piece is just going to go up, and it's going to cover the whole head. Now, make sure the blue piece is facing towards you because the whole helicopter just goes like that. So that's the whole thing that you're supposed to do. Now, you're going to start rotating the arms up like this. Actually, first, you're going to have to get rid of this piece not rid of it, but you rotate that. That way you can have more clearance, in my opinion. And then you can start grabbing these pieces, turn it up like that, and then essentially you're just gonna bring these up like that, just like that, and then you're gonna bring the other one up. So hold on. Would it be easier? I believe you could do it like this. You could do it like this, and you bring this in. I'm just trying to show it the easiest way possible, so there's no like pieces going all over the place. So then you just bring that back, and then you can have this other one, and then just kind of flip these out, and then just kind of bring this all in together, just like that. That's my opinion, the best way to do it, because if you have it all like horizontal, this whole piece, it kind of gets in the way, and then you just flip this back, and then everything's kind of plugged in together, and you can just bring that. You just rotate this to the bottom, and then make sure everything's pegged in there really carefully there. Now you bring the legs. The legs are easy. You just fold these in, tap these together. Really nice tap there. Now you're gonna bring these whole sections. And I did messed up. I was supposed to do the legs first. So ignore me. Ignore what I just did. Now we gotta untransform it. That's why it was the other way around. That makes sense. So let's just kind of leave them down. I'm gonna rotate this. Do the front first, and then you're just gonna bring this in there, and then bring these tabs up just like that. That's the first. And then you can start bringing this in. Did I do it the wrong way again? Yeah, I think so. Bringing this in. No, actually, this goes the other way. This thing, the little lines are supposed to be facing the back. Yeah, there we go. This triangle shape should be facing the back of the helicopter, and then this one is the one that's facing the front. That way nobody gets confused. And then you can start bringing in these pieces together. Sorry, I got that mixed up. So remember, first the front and then the back, because then this piece kind of gets in the way, the top part. And then you can just separate these. And then, if you want, you can put the guns here. I guess you can put them here, like that. Just like that. That looks pretty cool. Like that. Or you can just put them on the sides. They have like little gaps here. You can just put them here. Just like that. So that's some nice weapon storage for the vehicle mode. And then obviously you have this extra one like always, and then you can just peg this right here if you want. But I believe you also have the tab for it to here. Yep. Just like that. So let's take off the weapons. But yeah, overall, this is a really nice vehicle form. This looks really nice. The whole thing here, this spins. This is really, really, really nice. I really think Bruticus is going to be the new... Bruticus is going to be the new favorite combiner. I think Bruticus is... I really have high hopes for Bruticus. I hope he's just cool. I just hope that Blaster is not a remold of the aerial boss, since they kind of did that on Combiner Wars. I hope he's like a new mold. Or I'll take it if it's based off it, but I don't want it to be a plane. I just hope he's just new, completely new, everything new, you know? But yeah, this is a new mold, a little based off with these pieces are kind of based off of all the combiners so far, because they peg in the arms and stuff like that. So yeah, I do have, let me see, I don't know it'll work, to be honest. I have this is Superior's arm, so maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I don't think it will. Oh, it does actually. Pretty good, pretty good. Does it go like this? Yeah, I think so. So let's just kind of peg this really nice in there. Ah. Ooh. Yeah, it actually works. Not gonna lie. So this is Superior's arm, which is pretty cool because this makes you able to interchange them. Right. So now what do? Do I... Ooh, no. This doesn't look right, actually. I mean, it's separating. Okay, I finally got it after little problems. This was really tough for me to move. I'm not gonna lie. This was really tough. I don't know if... It didn't break or anything, but it was really hard to, like, take this off, but... I just want to show this. This looks really nice arm. The whole thing right here rotates really good. There's no need to move pieces. So this thing looks amazing as an arm. This thing looks really good as an arm. Look at that. For Bruticus, this thing is going to be sick. Like, I'm just saying right now, this looks amazing. Like, wow. I don't know what to say. This looks really good. I like this. With his little shield with the blades. This Bruticus is going to be the best combiner they've done. I have high hopes for it. So, yeah. Now I got to take it off. Overall, Bruticus, or Vortex in this case, is a great figure. Vortex right here is an amazing figure. I really recommend him. He's just so cool. I'm really excited for that Bruticus. The paint job, the articulation, the weapons. I think this guy's pretty perfect. I really like how he came out. He looks amazing. Ever since I saw the leaks, this guy's 100% perfect. He is great. He is going to be a really nice figure with next to the Combaticons Brawl, Swindle, Blast Off, and Onslaught. They're all going to look super cool. And then I hopefully wish we do get Defensors, since they are technically, I think, their counterpart in the Autobots. So I'm really excited. I wouldn't mind if this is a remold of Blades. I think that's his name, Autobot Blades, the one for Defensor. I wouldn't care at this point. I'm gonna be honest. I don't mind if it's the same thing. Just a different head sculpt. Maybe take off these pieces. Or, I don't know. It's the same helicopter, but I wouldn't care if it's the same. But, yeah. This is a really great figure. Can't wait for Bruticus. So this figure just came out, so I got mine from Amazon. I've seen that they've been at Walmart, so good luck toy hunting. Please like and subscribe, and thank you. And remember, don't buy overpriced figures when they just came out. This guy just came out, so your last resort is honestly GameStop. GameStop has them a little late, but they have them, you know, so better than paying a little too much for a figure. So there's that. But I hope everybody can get their hands on Bruticus, because this guy is really good, and I hope the other guys are good, and I hope Bruticus is 100% really good. So yeah, thank you.